Hi guys, and welcome back to Relaxing Woodshop. My name is David.
My name's Christopher.
And this week we're going to turn a pen. But before we get into that, I wanted to settle a few things that have been going on. I am 5'9".
5'8.5".
No, I'm 5'9". And the reason we're saying this and getting involved with this is because everybody thinks that I'm about 4 foot. It's because my son is 6'10". So there's the disparity in the height. True?
Yep.
True, right. So now that that's been settled, what are we going to do this week with the pen, Christopher?
Gonna turn it.
We're going to turn it. Now, there's a lot of components with a pen, so there is. So we've laid them out. Christopher's going to go through what we need to do, and then we're going to get stuck in, or should we say we're going to get...
Turn it.
Turn it.
So here's the ingredients for making the pen. We have the pen turning kit, and we'll get into that in a bit more detail later. We've got the hardware for the pen here. We have the main body that we're going to be turning. We have the glue that's going to stick all the parts together, and then we have a nice little case for it to be finished off in.
So step one of the pen is to get the main body along with the two wee cores, and we're going to measure them against each part of this, cutting it so that we can then glue them in. So at stage one, we get the wee centre cores to the bandsaw, and we allow ourselves probably 1/4 of a centimetre of a bit of wiggle room for what we're doing at stage 2 with Christopher. So that's going to cut this on both sides, and that should give us then the two blanks in separate stages. So bear with me 1 wee second, we'll do that now. Blank 1. And blank 2. So now we'll bring them over to Christopher so he can bore them out.
So now we're going to prepare the lathe for the boring, and we're going to change the tailstock and the headstock. The headstock change first. As you can see, we've bored out the holes on the two parts of the main body. We're going to glue the two metal inserts now. Trying to do a bit of subliminal messaging here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys, remember. Not too subliminal.
Just in case you're wondering, this is the 5th take of this because I cannot say pen turning kit, which I now have, is this. This is the flush bit. This goes into the plastic and just brings the plastic down to meet the sleeve. So we'll just do that. Nice slow motions, don't do anything too aggressive. You have to make sure you don't crack the plastic while you're doing this. and that's us met the bush. So as from the start of the video, this is the pen turning kit. Got this from the Temple Patrick Woodshed there, in Temple Patrick funnily enough, and it's been brilliant. A real wee easy system to use. You just have to do it in order to make sure you don't get anything wrong. So, first the locking bolt goes in. Just slide it on. Then we get one of the sleeves, put the sleeve in. Then the blank, another sleeve, another blank. I feel like I'm on blankety blank. Another sleeve, and then the end screw that just tightens the whole thing together, like so. And then gently bring the rear stock in, just till you get it in, and rest it there, lock it in, and we're ready to turn. So, as you can see, that first side there has been sanded nice and circular. The second blank is square, so we'll have to now match that one, and then we're going to bring them right down to the spacers, which will give us a fine even for building up the pen itself. Just running along this nice and smoothly. At the moment it's square. We want to make it round and then use the right chisels to bring it down and work it way down to a nice round cylindrical shape so that we can get onto our sanding part. Now, I never recommend taking your mask off when you're laving, but I've only got it at 1000 RPMs because I just want to explain to you this tiny wee bit that's here. So come on in close and I'll let you see. So this is the bit that fits between the pen. This is the sleeve, and this is what must match to get a smooth consistency right the way through. So tiny wee chisel, thin sharp chisel, and then gently bring that up until you're literally just kissing that. And a wee bit more, and then that'll allow for a wee bit of sanding, and then you just work your way along. So we'll do this on both sides, and then that should finish us down to the sanding. Okay, so we've brought it right the way around, and it's really smooth there, but it's nowhere near smooth enough. So, as like last week's video with the sanding, 240, up to 320, up to the 400 and the 600. Taking your time. It can get very warm, so just be careful as it's plastic. It can give a nasty wee burn if you let overheat it. Here we are. We've got the 2B bits all beautifully sanded down. Now we're just going to press all those bits together. Now, I do not have a pen press. It's something I'm looking into. So at the moment, we'll just use the wooden vise just to press it in. Very gently, be careful, because this is the time when some things can go wrong. Right up until that line perfectly meets the head of the pen. As you can see, that's the first bit done. Then what we do is we take this bit here and put that there. Then the wee bush goes on here, like so. And then our second bit goes on through here, like so. Good hard push down should see you through with that. Then in goes the pen insert. Then we're on to this bit here. Don't forget, put this end on first, and then that there then presses in there. Try to wiggle with it until you can get it to match. And then just bring the press right in to lock it up. And we have a beautiful twist pen. Well guys, thanks again for watching. The pen has turned out absolutely beautiful. I think it's done a real good job, so we have.
Yep. Before test, I just want to remind you guys to like the video and subscribe to the channel.